Integrated wellness. Get well, be well, live well.
My name is Paul Janess, and I've been a patient of integrated wellness for about 20 years now. And they've just taken such great care of me during my many issues and injuries. And I'm just like a patient for life. For probably the first 17 years that I was coming here, I worked as a bedside nurse in an intensive care unit and other places. So I'm like lifting patients and doing all this like heavy stuff like all the time. It was a very difficult job. I'd walk anywhere from 6 to 14 miles in a night. You know, it was a really, really difficult job. And, you know, integrated wellness, you know, kind of kept me going through that, through my various injuries during that time. And then for the last, 6 years or so, 7 years, I've been doing healthcare information technology. So I'm, chained to a computer. And I try to do a standing desk, but I'm sitting a lot. And the sitting, has definitely affected my hips and, my lower back. So coming in and getting adjusted and getting stronger, and therapy has been so helpful. Generally, I'll just kind of wear myself down, my body will get out of place, sitting too much, lifting something wrong, doing sports, and it starts to slow me down. And then I come back in, and the doctors just put me back in place, and it's not always a miracle when I walk out. Sometimes it takes a little while for it to heal, but a lot of times it's kind of miraculous. You just kind of walk out feeling so much better, and they've helped keep me, from getting more injuries and healing my injuries, and just kept my body, going for all these years after all the various abuses that I put it through, sitting too much, and then playing sports on a weekend basis or whatever. I had a tear in my left rotator cuff on my shoulder, and I was in chronic pain for months. I did regular, physical therapy, saw all sorts of orthopedic doctors. It wasn't really a surgical thing, although they kind of wanted to do surgery, and it just never went away. And it was just a daily, hourly, all the time thing, and I was miserable. The pain in my shoulder was just so bad, I really couldn't do my normal activities. I couldn't play sports the way I wanted to. I played my final basketball tournament with a torn rotator cuff, and it did limit me a lot, and everything was just painful. I couldn't sleep on the side. It was just awful. I had to be just super careful with my shoulder all the time, and I was just constantly in pain, and it was really starting to wear on me because I'd never really been in chronic pain before. I had a consultation with an orthopedic doctor, and he thought I could just do physical therapy and the pain would go away. And it got better, but it never really healed. I had this 0.5 centimeter tear that just wouldn't fully heal, and there was just issues in the joint that were just not really gonna get better. Just traditional therapy wasn't really gonna do it, and I wasn't a great surgical candidate. He said he could do it, but it wasn't going to be what I wanted, and the long-term effects of having surgery weren't great. My favorite part about my care is just the reduction of symptoms and the pain going away. And suddenly wow, I don't have all this hourly, daily pain anymore. I can do whatever I want to do. I'm back to my normal self. The pain going away was just the best. The therapy itself, was pretty quick, and not entirely painless. You get a little shot in your shoulder, it hurts a little bit, but totally endurable compared to what, I've been through. I've had a lot of therapies here for 20 years. They've been, putting my neck and my back and my hips and everything in place, when I get them out of place from my various sports. I tore a calf muscle not that long ago, and they did various treatments, laser therapy and things, and helped heal it up really fast, and I was back on the court playing. I've had quite a few little muscle things, but mostly it's just realigning my bones and muscles after I abused them in sports. The staff here has just been amazing forever. I mean, that's one reason, why I keep coming back, is that the doctors and the front office people and, the techs, everybody's just been so great. And I've seen so many faces over all these years, but the quality of care has just been so high. I just love, coming here and getting treatment. So, they treat you like family, and there's just results. You get results. And when I come in limping, broken, they genuinely care and help get me going again, and I love that. Financially, it's an investment, in yourself and in your health. So it's hard to put a price on that. And again, the pain that I was going through, paying a few $1,000s to get rid of that was completely worth it. And it's a lifetime thing. Like I was facing a lifetime of pain, and to get rid of that was completely worth it. So I personally didn't mind, and I always, get good deals here, and people always treat me well and help. If I need to pay in installments or whatever, it's always been easy and great. So I have no issues with that. But it's a significant investment that I would do again in a heartbeat. I've recommended integrated wellness to so many people over the years. I've had a lot of my friends come in and get treatment and care, and it's hard to argue with results. And a lot of my friends just have benefited so much, from it. And I've been happy to recommend integrated wellness, many times, over the past 20-something years, and I will keep recommending it. If you're asking yourself if you should do it, if you've got some, injury in your shoulder, or your knee, or your hip, or whatever, and it's been causing pain and suffering, if you're at a spot where you can afford it, please do it. It will help heal your joint in most cases. Talk to the doctor, obviously, but it will help you, and you will not regret it. It's not quick, it's not overnight. It takes weeks and months for you to get your full benefit, but I think you should do it rather than live in misery when you don't have to. So I highly recommend getting advanced, treatment at Integrated Wellness, laser, chiropractic care, just regular rehab therapy. I recommend it all, and you should do it all, because you're worth it. I started coming to Integrated Wellness in the late 90s, so I've been coming for over 20 years. They've helped me over these past 20-something years deal with so many issues with my neck, my lower back, my hips. Whenever I was out of place from sports, or when I worked as a bedside nurse, they helped put me back together and keep me going. And I've just never regretted it. And it's been the greatest thing in my life for my health, is coming here. And I'm so glad that I have.
Integrated wellness. Get well, be well, live well.